and welcome to my channel. My name's Ali and this here is Fidget. And in today's video I'm going to be reacting to some chinchilla TikToks. Something quite new for my channel, I haven't ever done this before, I've never done a reaction video before. Now I was going to look up TikToks on my phone, but my phone screen is incredibly cracked at the moment, so I can't really do that. So what I've asked my husband to do is actually to go on my PC and actually just download a load of TikToks that he thinks that will give me a reaction, whether it be positive or negative. I'm hoping not too many negatives, but yeah, I just want to give my opinions, my reaction to them, and we'll see how this goes. So I'm just going to set up my PC to get it to record. I think I'm doing this right. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Okay, so let's get started. Let's have a look at this first one. This one looks interesting. Okay, I hate this one. Chinchillas shouldn't wear harnesses. They don't need to be walked like cats and dogs. Harnesses can actually really damage their internal organs because they have such flexible rib cages. If you're to pull on that harness too hard, then you could end up causing some serious damage to that chinchilla's internal organs because the ribs are so flexible they can actually end up piercing and injuring other organs if you were to pull on that harness. Yeah, they don't need harnesses. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this really, other than don't do it. Don't do it. They don't need to be walked like cats and dogs. If you walk them out and about, let them out in a safe chinchilla area, not on a harness. Okay, next one. I love that. I love watching chinchillas popcorn. It's one of my favourite things in the world. Now they do this when they're happy or excited or just energetic. They will popcorn around the place. I've tried time and time again to get my chinchillas popcorning on camera, but unfortunately as soon as my camera comes out they get a bit shy around it, shy around me because yeah, my chinchillas are forever popcorning, but I can never seem to get it on camera. One day I will. Next one. Let's have a look at this one. Okay. This is something that all male chinchillas do. If you see your chinchilla doing this, it's nothing weird or abnormal. It's quite natural and normal for them to do this. Don't know how I feel about the cage set up there. Not entirely sure. It looks like they've got a plastic base on their cage. But apart from that, I often get asked in the comments, is it normal for my chinchilla to be doing this? And yes, it's 100% normal. It's part of their normal hygiene routine is to clean that area. Okay, next one. Are you excited? Yes, you are. Right, let's do this one. The Chinchilla, I absolutely love this creator. I would say that I have seen quite a few of them. I haven't seen this one though, but yeah, adorable. I've got a few chinchillas that probably could do this, and that being Benson and maybe a couple of others as well, but I don't think I've got the patience to sit there and write out loads of notes for him and buy lots of hats and outfits. I don't think I've got the patience to do that. Maybe I will do one day, but I don't be copying other people kind of thing. So yeah, he's cute, he's so cute. Okay, next one.
Hi, I'm the chinchilla of this home. I am 17 years old. Diesel and Rocket meow meow are too rough, so mom puts me in this shit to roll around in. Freddy's morning walk. Yeah, Mom Chinchi's turn to be on TikTok.
Okay, I have issues with this one. Those plastic balls are incredibly dangerous. Not just for chinchillas, but any animal, but for chinchillas especially dangerous because they don't have enough ventilation in order for them to not overheat in those balls. And also, rolling in a ball like that is not the typical way a chinchilla would move. They move by hopping. It's like putting a rabbit in one of those balls. You just wouldn't do it. They hop. They don't necessarily run like hamsters or mice or rats. And that's not to say they're not good for hamsters, mice or rats either. I think these balls are horrible regardless of the animal, but they're really, really not suitable for a chinchilla, mostly because of the overheating and because it's just not how they're designed to move. Plus the fact you've got a chinchilla in a ball that can't escape anywhere, and they're being knocked about by two cats. And now this has got to be terrifying for a chinchilla, because not only are cats predators, they've got dogs there as well, and the chinchilla has no way of escaping or feeling safe. This person says they've had their chinchilla 17 years. Okay, so this person says that they've had their chinchilla for 17 years. Now, just because a person's had a chinchilla for a long time doesn't mean they're doing everything right. Now, I know a lot of people that have had chinchillas for a long time that their care is not the best. So, yeah, maybe this person just doesn't know how terrible these balls are. But I wouldn't put any chinchilla or any animal in one of these balls really. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Next one. Okay, so again, I have an issue with this one, and that is the person is feeding their chinchilla fresh fruit, which is a big no-no. You know, even with dried fruit, you're not meant to feed it because it's too sugary. Fresh fruit can cause severe bloat in chinchillas and can actually lead to death if not treated. So it's really not a good idea to give your chinchilla fresh fruit and fresh veg. Now, having said that, other parts of the world do have different opinions on this. So in some countries they believe in raw diets, so feeding your chinchilla only raw food like fresh food, like fresh veg and fresh fruit. And other parts of the world, mostly in America and the UK certainly, we tend to say no, you're not meant to do that, because we have seen what that kind of does. So yeah, it's one of those things as that there's such a difference around the world, which is why I honestly think that there's such a big difference in how long a chinchilla lives for. And I honestly do think that this is probably the reason why there is so much discussion about how long a chinchilla actually lives for and their lifespan, because some people say 10 years, some people say 15 to 20, some people say 20 and beyond. And it's because we're not all following the same care, and some die early because their care is not correct. So I think this is one of the reasons. Is also another thing I want to point out is that this chinchilla is with a baby chinchilla, so I'm guessing that's the mum and that chinchilla's the baby, and they have a will in the cage. Now, most reputable breeders across the world would say it's not a good idea to have a will in a cage when you have a young chinchillas. Really, young chinchillas under 6 months of age shouldn't have access to a will, because young chinchillas have quite a lot of trouble with their metabolism and also their sugar levels, that it's probably not a good idea to introduce them to a will, because they can get overexercise and actually get exhausted and actually have seizures and die. So I'm a bit about this one, just because there's the blueberries and also the wheel and a baby chinchilla in there as well, which kind of is not the best. So basically, I'm not a person that likes to enforce rules on other people and says you are doing a bad job, because there are multiple ways of breeding chinchillas and looking after chinchillas. All I can say is, from my experience, this way isn't the safest. However, they may argue that they've never had any issues with this, but that's probably just because they haven't had any issues yet with this. Yeah, apart from that, they're cute chinchillas. They're very cute chinchillas. Right. Next one.
My mom's about to leave. Oh my god. Dude. It might be heat exhaustion or something. Oh my god.
Okay. That chinchilla was quite clearly having some sort of seizure. So this is something that can happen if you have your chinchilla out for a long time and they get overexhausted. They can have seizures and fits, or it could be a case of it's too hot and they have a seizure, or it could be that they're low in blood sugar and they have a seizure, or it could be something genetic going on there. God, I hope this chinchilla's okay. I really do. Sometimes they can have these seizures and they can come out of it, and about 10 minutes later you wouldn't even know they've had one. Now, if your chinchilla has a seizure like this, I would say offer them something sugary like a raisin, just so that it can get their sugar levels up, so hopefully increase their energy. But if they don't come round, then take them straight to a vet. Take them straight to a vet anyway, but yeah, that's scary. Yeah, I do hope that chinchilla's okay, because that wasn't nice to watch at all. I think we'll do one or two more and that'll be it for today. Cute. So cute. Chinchillas do that all the time. They like the scratching, and they often will bite your hair and do all kinds of weird stuff. That's why I love them. They're so cute. He looks so funny. Bless him. He's just like, what are you looking at? Just tucking into my owner's hair. Oh, really sweet, that one. Okay, next one.
He's escaping! The killer is escaping! Help!
Okay. Totally unsafe cage. Totally. Bars are way too big, and also I don't like that plastic base at all. Completely unsuitable to have young kits in. So I'm hoping that this person has changed up their cage to be a kit safe cage, because that certainly ain't it. Yeah, not the best. Cute chinchilla though, very cute chinchilla, but not the best. Okay, my last one for today. What on earth? Seriously? Okay, I know that some people have their cats out with their chinchillas and they say, oh, it's all fine, they get along really well and it's all good. But I would always err on the side of caution with cats, because they are unpredictable. They can just lash out. I know, I used to have one. And having a cat that close to a chinchilla licking its ear, cats have a hell of a lot of bacteria, and it's probably not a safe idea to have a cat licking on a chinchilla's ear. Plus the fact that cat is a predator. That chinchilla is prey. I don't know why people allow it. And it's a Maine Coon as well. Why would you let a Maine Coon cat out with a chinchilla for it to lick its ears? It's just, it's so unsafe. So unsafe. As I have said in previous videos, and I've said already, I'm not one to say you should never do this. You've got to look at your own situation, your own judgment, and weigh the risks yourself. So for example, if you've got a cat or a dog that you know extremely well, and you've decided upon all the risks and consequences that you've decided to have them out together, always supervised of course, never ever let your chinchillas out with animals unsupervised. That's just asking for complete and utter trouble. But you know, I'm not one to say you must never do it. Personally, I would never do it, not in a million years, because I'm too worried about what would happen to my chinchillas, whether they'd be stressed out, whether the other animal might be stressed out as well. I just wouldn't do it. But, you know, you've got to look at the risks yourself and decide, do your own risk assessment to say, are you happy with the situation? Now, I know a lot of Facebook groups do not let pictures of chinchillas with other animals onto their groups, and that is completely understandable because it's not something that I would vouch for or ever do myself. But as again, you know your animals best. So if you have done a risk assessment and you think it's safe, then I'm not going to wag my finger and say you should never do this. I personally would never do it with cats because cats are just so unpredictable. Maybe if you have a really gentle dog that, you know, I don't know, I don't have dogs, so I don't know. But yeah, I'd say do your own risk assessment, but from my perspective, I would never, ever, ever risk having my chinchilla out with other animals, like, especially predator animals like cats and dogs. It's just something I just wouldn't do because they can get hurt and they can get scared, and I don't want to scare my babies. So yeah. So that is the end of my first ever TikTok reaction. If you like it, leave a thumbs up, and I will see you in another video soon. So goodbye from me and goodbye from Fidget.